Have you ever gotten to your story club, maybe it's your Sunday school class or midweek club, and realize, oh man, I forgot to bring all the supplies for the retail activity. Now what am I going to do? Well, I've got something here for you today that I think is going to solve that problem for you. Let's explore it here on Kid Story Quick Tips. So what's the solution to never having this problem of, I forgot my materials for the retail activity? Well, I call it a Gizmo Box. Now, I realize over the years, I keep adding to mine. Mine's a little bit bigger than normal, but I originally started out with just like a shoebox. Maybe it's a bag. What is something that you can just kind of put materials in and bring it with you every time you have a meeting with kids or with leaders as well? Well, let me show you what's inside what I call my Gizmo Box. Let me share a few things. Hopefully it's not too Americanized. I think I'm going to pick some objects that you have no matter where you are. And if not, what are some other objects that you can put into your box or your bag and you can bring with you every time you go to your Bible lesson, your Bible class, and have the kids be able to do their retail activity? So what do I have in mind? Well, for sure I have a piece of cloth. And a piece of cloth, as we talked about in the workshop, is just great to have to do motions and to do sound effects and to just give something visual as an object lesson and use a simple piece of cloth. You can have a ball that gets tossed or passed around as quick as they can in a retail activity. A die, pair of dice. You can use these as well. And you roll them and wherever the number lands, if it's like on this one, it's the number 6, then whoever rolled it, then they count 6 from there. And that next person, wherever it lands, has to continue telling the retell on that particular story. Piece of rope. Kids always love playing the rope game. You might have some balloons. If you have balloons in your culture and where you live, if you can use balloons and be batting those around, it's colorful, it's playful. Kids are having a lot of fun. I picked this up one time. It's a trophy. Now, I know you're not going to find that just anywhere, but maybe there's a special object that gets passed around that kids can start sharing. Where did I champion what God had asked me to do? Where was I victorious this week in following Jesus? It might be a special object. I've got a special glass, kind of looks like a diamond, that kids love. They kind of marvel at it. So do you have something special that you can reserve just for that time at the end where kids get to share? Or maybe it's in the beginning where they get to share and review what God has done in their life, answered a prayer, and they get to hold on to this object. There's something about holding on to the object that really helps them out. Now, I in my box have this little figurine of Jesus. Maybe you have a picture of Jesus, and it could be that gets passed around or shown, and you ask the question, what is Jesus asking of you? What is Jesus saying to you right now? And you have the figurine or you have the picture of some sort of Jesus. Now I have, and we've talked about, and you can look up the Kid Connect cards. So I have those in my box and I can pass those around and use them as well during our time of reflection, our time of opening, and a time of the retell. I even have, what else do I have? Box of crayons. Do you have something that kids draw with or color with? Even a pencil or pens or paper? What do you have? So I have this all the time with me. I never have to worry about, do they have the supplies there? Am I going to be able to find crayons or pencils? You have it there with you in your Gizmo Box. Maybe you have a special little box within the box and it's the treasure box. What is your treasure? What did God show you today? What is the thing that you're going to treasure about Jesus about his word, and you let the kids pass around some form of special box. And I think one of the last things that I have is something as simple as a pillowcase. Now, what would I be doing with a pillowcase in my Gizmo box? Well, I use it as a form of a costume because I can kind of put it over my head and attach it, not attach, but really, just kind of secure it to my head. And it helps just in that telling of the story, just make a character come alive. It makes me look a little different. The kids grabs their attention. And so it could be something as simple as a pillowcase and an elastic band. And there's other things in here, but you know what? I think that gives you a good start as to what you could put into a box or into a bag to bring with you every time you go to your story club, to your Sunday school class, to make sure that you're prepared to do that retell activity. And another thing is, you know what? Having the box with all the different objects in it, it allows the kids to be able to pick what they want to do. Maybe you have one thing that you for sure want to do as a retell, but then you ask the kids, hey kids, what other retell would you like to do? It gives ownership of that lesson to the kids, and they get really excited about doing that retell activity. So find a box, find a bag, and put different stuff in it. And that way you can ensure that you will never be at a loss for doing a retell activity. Thanks for joining us today here on Kid Story Quick Tips. God bless you.